Very warm welcome to today's flight from Wilmington to Myrtle Beach. The weather is kind of perfect, or should be. So we'll do a VFR flight today. In some manner, it's an easier flight. In others, it might be more difficult because you won't always be told what to do. So let's get started. Okay, weather next. Okay, yeah. Weather today, it's really a no-brainer. Clear skies, winds even at 6,000, around 15 knots, very light winds. TIFs are identical for those two airports. METARs are almost identical. We can expect winds from 160 magnetic at 8 knots at the destination and variable winds at our origin. Clear skies, great visibility, temperatures above zero, altimeter a little bit higher than is standard, but quite good. So really no-brainer for the weather today. I have nothing to say. So let's move on so we can spend a little more time on other things. And late welcome to you, Harold. All right, the planning itself. I was planning to fly along the US 17 all the way to Myrtle Beach. Runway 17 is the one that I would choose for a departure because it's very close to us. And in that case, I would need just to adjust this route a little bit to fly here first and then turn to Winnabow. Anyway, I wanted to show you like how to make those navigation log entries. So I prepared a little demonstration how to use the E6B tool. I pre-filled in my flight plan. I pre-filled like most of it, and I just left two rows to fill with you, so you can see how it's done. So what you need to know, you need to, of course, know your fixes that you identified on the map. And what you can know also from the beginning is the leg distances from the fixes. And I took those from the navlog that SkyVector made for me because I don't have a paper version of these sectionals. So I just took this. Normally, or in the old days, I would say you just had a ruler and you measured the distance. By the way, distance is given. Another thing that is given is your true airspeed that you calculated based on your performance charts. And the wind. Wind, of course, if you generate navlog using SkyVector, it will give you different winds for each user fix because it just has much more data. The winds that I used here, I based on the aviation weather forecast. If I go here to forecasts and winds, and then switch to data, the area is Southeast Miami, and I have ILM here, which is the forecast for me, which is valid for me. And I can see that at 6,000 feet, the winds are from 260 at 17. At 3,000 feet, they are from 250 at 7. So I just took, 255 at 11, something in the middle, just for the planning purposes. I know that it will put me off maybe a few seconds on a lag or 1 or 2 degrees, but that's just very small changes that I can cope with. So let's get to it. So what I know the distance, I know the wind direction, and I know my true course. Again, something that you will measure from the map. In my case, I just took those values from the SkyVector. And true course is the track over the ground, true track over the ground, not magnetic. So let's get to it. On the other half of my screen, I'll put the E6P calculator. All right. So first thing that I need to do is the wing correction angle. So I have my true wind direction and true course, and I need to know what true heading I need to fly in order to maintain this true course. So I will switch to the wind side of this. This is how you do it. First of all, I will dial here the true direction of the wind and put it under the true index. It's 255. Then I have a center here, and I need to mark the wind velocity, and the wind velocity is 11 knots. So I will just make a mark here. Can you see the red dot? I hope you can. So that's 11 knots. Then I will turn my dial to my true course, which is 185 here. And then I will slide this so as this red dot is at my true airspeed. So, and that is for this leg, this is a climb, so 125. And I will put it here, and you can see this is 120, 130, so this is 125 speed. And now I can see that my wind correction angle is 5 degrees because it lies here. So I will make a note that my wind correction angle is plus 5 degrees. And my ground speed is where the center is. So in this case, it's 121 knots. This is the ground speed. So I'll put 121 here. I know the true course and wind correction angle, and that means that my true heading is 190. Then I need to know the magnetic variation in this area, and that is plus 10 degrees. And let's just show where you can know that. This is a sectional map, and I just zoom out a little bit, and I look for these. This is the isogenic line here, and this is another isogenic line. This one says 9 degrees west, and this one says 10 degrees west. So it's just in the middle. So I will choose 10 degrees for my origin here, departure, airport. And then if I know my true heading and variation, I know that the magnetic heading is 200. Now, DEV is deviation, magnetic deviation, and this is the magnetic deviation that you find on your compass card. I don't have any compass card in my model of the aircraft, so I will just consider this to be 0. But for example, I know that the Cessna 172 has a little compass card under the magnetic compass, and you will find the closest heading, and I believe in this case it would be 220 maybe. I don't know in which steps it is there. 180 maybe 210 maybe will be there by 30 degrees, and you will apply the deviation here. And when you add magnetic heading and magnetic deviation, you will get the compass heading, in my case 200. Then I need to also calculate the time it will take me, but that's done on the opposite side of the E6P calculator. So I will do that as a last step. And for now, I'll move over to this third leg. So once again, the wind, I just for simplicity made the same wind over here. So the wind dot is already where it should be. My true course is 276, so I'll just dial this to 276. There it is, 276. And I will slide it up so the red dot is at 160. 160. Perfect. I can read that my wing correction angle is somewhere between -1 and -2 degrees. So let's use sorry, I'm doing this line. So Sorry, I just went one below, whereas I need to do the third one. So 220 is my true course. And then slide this up so it is at 160, and in this case I can see that my wind correction angle is roughly 2 degrees plus. So I'll just type +2. Ground speed is 151, so that goes here. And the true heading is 220 plus 2, that's 222. Variation in this part, it's gonna be +9. In that case, my magnetic heading is 231. And as before, my deviation is 0, but yours might be different. So I have the left side of the, and this is the compass heading that I will be flying, the final compass heading that I will be flying on those legs. Then let's go to the ground speed. Not ground speed, but the time that it will take me. I already know the ground speed. For this, you use this side of the computer. So first of all, there is this 60 rate arrow, and you will point that arrow at your ground speed. I'll just rotate it, and I need to move it, and I will point that to 121. That is there. And then on the outer scale, you find the distance that you want to fly, and on the inner scale, you find the number of minutes it will take you. So I will be looking for the leg distance of 7.3. So again, I need to move it. 7.3 is there. And if I look here, and this is not 35 minutes, that is a 3.5 minutes. This is 4 minutes. You just need to kind of be aware of it and make sure that you know the numbers that you come up with make sense. So for 7.3 miles, it will take me, let's say 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So I'll just type 3 minutes and 40 seconds. If this would be 70 miles, then it would be 35 minutes. And then my next ground speed, so this leg takes me 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Next ground speed is 151. So I will dial this 60 rate arrow to 151, and that is there. And I'm looking for 7.8. 7.8 is here, and it should take me 3 minutes and let's say 10 seconds, maybe 3 minutes and 10 seconds. That's what I'm gonna use. So that's it has obviously many more uses. This one nowadays it's not used that much because you can compute that. You know, you will just input the numbers and the computer will just crunch it out like SkyVector does. But it is fun to try to do that in an old school way. Always nice to have one of these on board if the systems or some systems might fail. This just doesn't fail you. All right, any questions to that? If not, I'll move forward and you are free to ask me questions afterwards as well. All right, so I suppose a little sidestep from the planning, or not exactly sidestep, but something extra. All right, so this is the plan that I made. This is my final plan based on the departure. I will be trying to, of course, time the legs. So all the times that I calculated, I will start my timer, you know, when crossing those fixes, try to fly the correct heading and look for the landmarks. Some might be visible, some might not be visible that much. So like crossroads, airports, like bends in the road here on the left side, I might be able to see this inlet, you know, or this inlet. I'll see how that goes. the timing will help me to determine, if I should fly this like 4 minutes, and I think that after 2 minutes I already see the inlet. I know that I'm wrong, or that I don't see that at a correct angle. But anyway, let's now go, airspace analysis. So we have airspaces to cross. One thing that you might have already noticed is this strange, some of you, strange gray circle. It's something called TRSA, Terminal Radar Service Area. And you can think of it like a mock-up Class Charlie airspace. So you will get the maybe the same services as in Class Charlie airspace if you want to. Maybe there are slight differences, but I don't know. But in all practicality, it's a Class Charlie airspace with one important distinction. You are not required to participate in the radio calls within that airspace. So, but if you choose to participate, and it's a smart thing to do in real life, because you will get the services like traffic avoidance and so on, then of course you treat it as a Class Charlie airspace. Inside this TRSA, you will always find at least one airport that is a class Delta airport, or I think class Delta airport inside that. In this case, it's Wilmington itself. So of course, within that class Delta, every rule pertaining to class Delta still apply, but you are not legally required to you can just ignore this TRSA if you wish to as a VFR flight. So that's it. When we are coming here, we have another class Delta that goes to 2,500 feet. That is the Grand Strand Airport. And then, of course, the Class Charlie Airport, which is our current destination, Myrtle Beach International. The requirements to enter Class Delta and Class Charlie are exactly the same. You need to be in a two-way communication with ATC. And you are in a two-way communication with ATC as long as they acknowledged you by your call sign and didn't tell you to stay away from the airspace. In practicality, how I would fly this, I would probably start descending. I'm planning to fly at 4,500 feet. So I'm planning to start descending sooner, but not to cross this delta, unnecessarily, because it might have some traffic, and it's there for a reason. As you can see, we are coming like here is like class echo extension of that delta. So we are kind of paralleling the approach or departure out of this field. So let's maybe not get below 2,500 until you cross that. How do you know that you crossed that? Of course, you should be able to identify the fix either by dead reckoning, that means really timing your legs, or there is some just a little bit closer. There's some like major crossroads, 1, 2 next to each other. It's closely after this airport that should be definitely visible, at least in the simulator. So you should know that where you are, and you know that shortly after that, the airspace ends. Maybe you can identify this little piece of water. Say now. That being said, when I'm there, I should already be in contact with the approach. And here it says contact Myrtle Beach approach within 20 nautical miles. That means someplace there when you are crossing from North to South Carolina. And to the specific radio calls, we'll get to it very shortly. Okay, so departure. Let's first talk about departure. As always, you check the weather, you determine the runway and departure procedure. If you are flying like as an uncontrolled field, which appears to be the situation today, and you do your radio calls. The departure itself, I think that runway 17 looks really promising, so I would just climb straight ahead. At some point, I would probably like turn here and follow this road, and at this crossroad, I would turn right to my first fix, like first en route fix, so to say. On the right here are examples of the calls that you would do if the airport is controlled. So you straight away call the ground. You say your type. You say where you are, what kind of information as to the weather you have. So either there is an ATC and you can say that you have that letter, or you can just say that with weather. And you immediately can ask for a taxi for VFR departure to the west, and optionally flight following to Myrtle Beach if we have some en route controllers. And then you would just receive the answer, maybe a squawk. Sometimes you receive the taxi instruction and squawk a little bit later, and so on. Sometimes you don't receive a squawk. If you didn't ask for flight following and that is a class delta, you might even not get a squawk. So in that case, you squawk 1200 as a VFR flight. Recently, they made changes to VATSIM requirements, and now it is not required to have the mode Charlie on when moving. It's required before entering the runway and taking off. If we will be treating that as an untoward field if no controller comes online, and in that case we do standard traffic calls like Wilmington traffic, November 123 Alpha Bravo, isotype Cessna 172, at a ramp, taxiing to runway 17, Wilmington. And then subsequent calls. If you are crossing the runway, you made the call before that you are crossing the runway, and then make a call that you are clear of the runway. If you are departing, you either call that you are lining up if you're lining up behind somebody and waiting on the runway, or you can immediately call that you are taking off, then take the runway and take off. And you inform about the departure. There are two departures possible, straight out and 45-degree departure in the direction of the traffic pattern. In this case, it looks like straight out departure. Make sure that you are at least 1,500 feet AGL before turning from that straight out departure. And that is to ensure that you are safely clear of the traffic pattern of that airport before making any turns. Questions to the departure? Okay, let's move forward. Since it seems, and let me just recheck if they are still online. They're still online. So theoretically, and we are here, we are very close to them. So theoretically, when we are airborne, we can call them. So something like Jacksonville Center, November 123 Alpha Bravo, VFR request. This is a line that you just make them aware of you and give them an option to, call you at their when they can. And they will usually say, go ahead or stand by or something. If they tell you stand by, just don't answer and wait. And then the call, how to make a a flight following request would be something like a November 123 Alpha Bravo is a type Cessna Skyhawk slant Alpha 10 miles south of Wilmington International at 4,500. Request flight following to Myrtle Beach International. And that is the call. And they will give you a squawk code. You just reply. If they tell you ident, then you ident after punching in the code. And when you have done so, they will call you with radar contact and optionally tell you the position. And you either reply with the call sign, you can inform them position checks or something like that to make them aware that, let them know that they got your position right. We have several military routes on our route today, and I'll just show you on the map again. They are hard to find sometime. They are easily to spot because they are over water here. This is the VFR military route, and there we have IR. This is an IFR military route. In any case, on the sectional like legend here at the bottom, written military training route, all IR and VR MTRs are shown and may extend from surface upwards. So there are no like to the altitude. So live, you might even call the ATC and ask them that you want to get a status on those routes. To be aware if there is anything, some fighters flying and that you need to watch for. So you can even call them something like Jacksonville Center, November 123 Alpha Bravo, request status information on military route, and then you just pick whichever you want an information for, or all of them, if you have that flight following, from time to time you might get traffic alerts, something like traffic, Cessna Skyhawk is at your 2 o'clock, 3 miles at 5,500. Report traffic in sight. There are only two correct responses, negative contact or traffic in sight. If you don't see them, you reply negative contact, and of course you keep looking for that traffic. And when you have that traffic, you can do the second one, that traffic is in sight. And very important thing, you report the traffic in sight only when you have it in sight, visually, out of your window. Having that on your GPS or whatever, that just doesn't count, and it is completely irrelevant. So ATC wants to know if you see them out of your window, not if you see them as a dot. Don't even tell ATC, I got them on my GPS. They really don't care. And it's the same as in real life. All right. I believe I covered en route portion. Let's get to the arrival. If we are lucky enough and this airport is within the ATC jurisdiction, and if the ATC is online when we get there, then this becomes irrelevant because they will tell us what to do. So if you have a flight following, then the controllers will just hand over you to each other, and you don't need to call them, before the class Charlie or anything, because having a flight following, they already know that you are going there. You are in a two-way communication with them, so you don't need to ask for, permission to enter the class Charlie airspace. However, if you don't have a flight following, then you call them within those 20 nautical miles, and you tell them, Jacksonville Center in this case, November 123 Alpha Bravo is a type Cessna or Skyhawk, slant Alpha 20 miles northeast by Little River Inlet at 4,500 to land with weather. Or if they have ATs, information Delta or whatever they have. And from there on, you just follow the instructions that they give you. I believe that we will be landing runway 18 based on the weather. So, and we are coming, from north east. So they might most likely tell us to enter left base for runway 18 and land afterwards. They can tell us. And I should have imported, included that here. Sorry for that. They can tell us like something like enter left base runway 18, report 3 miles. And in that case, you enter that left base runway 18 and you report when 3 miles from the airport. Okay, if the ATC would not be online, or if they come offline by the time we get there, we have two options based on the runway that we land. Either standard 45-degree entry to the downwind, In that case, we just, even if we are coming from northeast, we would just maneuver ourselves, to be able to enter this left downwind here at midfield, more or less, try to hit it as closely as possible, and then standard traffic pattern to land. If we would be landing runway 36, then we cross the field 500 feet above the pattern altitude, continue at 1,500 at least 2 nautical miles, then make a right degree turn, kind of teardrop entry, descending turn, and when here we are already at 1,000 and entering the left downwind, exactly like the traffic that would come from here. And we land. On this airport, the general aviation ramp is here on the west side, southwest side. So if we are landing 18, we can ask the tower, for example, for long landing, so we can land, there and not need to taxi this long way. But that's like a little bit more advanced stuff, so I will not bother you with that too much. Okay, I believe I covered the everything. Now is the place, or you can ask questions, and of course you can also ask questions during the flight. I will be here on Discord and listening in. Go. No questions. All right. I believe that everyone wants to fly and not speak anymore. So, if that is the case, I wish you happy flying. See you at Myrtle Beach. Arrive there safe. And for those of you that do not know that, I will also be streaming that flight on my Twitch. So you are welcome to watch it if you want. But try to fly. Try to fly. This is not a difficult flight to make, and it will give you more practice. So thank you for listening, and see you in the air. All right. So it's time to fly. It's time to fly, and I do hope that this controller stays online for a while yet. And I also hope that the Myrtle Beach is indeed under their jurisdiction. I will just select my aircraft here, and it seems that it should be. So let's hope for it, and let's try to get in contact with them. Okay, so updated weather is 3027. So let's go and configure that into our altimeter. 3027 there. Looks good. Let's get the aircraft started. Okay, profile is good. Okay, let's see. To restart my SPAD next. Something wrong. Things not right. Let me see. Doesn't. Now it works. Okay, good. I was not able to move my fuel selectors with my controller. All right then. So anti-collision lights, navigation lights, magnetos, all four. There we go, alternators, full, throttle slightly forward. Let's get the engine started. Engine number 1, and fuel pump. Oh, fuel pump was already on. Let's put it on. Engine number 2, and fuel pump. Avionics. Check that the engines are running correctly. Good. As for the flight plan, let me just remove that. We're flying purely VFR today, so even the map goes away. Great. I might still use it for taxiing, but that's about it. And we have the timer. Let's reset it. Very good. We have some ILS. Okay, ILS frequency goes off. I don't want that. Let's see if that is there. Okay, it's just on. And let's already tune the JAX and wheel controller, which is 135.2925. It's a long one. Alrighty. And I believe that we are ready to taxi. Let's not delay too much unnecessarily. Just bring up the, we are somewhere there, so we'll take Alpha all the way here to runway 17. Wilmington traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo is twin Cessna on the ramp by the FBO, taxiing to runway 17, Wilmington. And we just released the parking brake. Try to weave our way here. We can. Yeah, we can. Sometimes the aircraft are just so badly visible. I believe I should be able to see those much more. And hello, Amadi. Just saw your chat. Yeah, this is still the same plane. I'm a faithful. And the weather is beautiful. This is East Coast, Wilmington International, and we are going to Myrtle Beach. Okay. Just keep it here. IFR? No, we are flying VFR definitely. Not a single cloud. All right. Park there behind this. Looks like 152, is it? It's 172. This one might be 152. Stream's better. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's do a quick run up. And I hope that the stream quality will hold. I'm using a different software, so maybe that's the reason why it's better. Right. Good, let's check magnetos. 2 of them. And I have no drop, that's funny. Let's see the second two. I hear that I have a drop. I just don't have it here. Let's try again. Maybe we will have an engine failure. Good. We'll see how that goes then. There's no drop whatsoever. Okay, of course, RPM should be 17. I was just looking manifold pressure. Okay. Now that looks much better. Okay. All right then, so let's get going. I will turn on the strobe lights and landing lights. Parking brake goes off. Wilmington traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo Twin Cessna, departing runway 17, straight out departure, Wilmington. Improvements for 310. Yeah, they basically made this a second VOR dial here. They could have put it in a different place, I guess. And should be on altitude reporting right now. Okay, let's start the timer and let's get going. Where is that timer? There. Yep. Not. This is the timer. Let's go. And we climb, hit the brakes, gear up. And I also believe they fixed the performance a little bit. I mean, at least the performance that it has when climbing. Okay, I can reduce on the engines. I don't want to overstress them unnecessarily. And I will pitch for 120 knots. Wilmington traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, heading south at
Hey, Thomas, it's Tim here. I
1,700
don't know if
feet. Last call, Wilmington. One moment, I need to answer Discord. Was there someone who asked me any question here?
yeah, that was me.
Okay, what was the question?
The question is there a way to stream your engine noises?
Stream my engine noises. They actually are streaming, but probably I just tuned that a little bit down, so they are not overwhelming. Or at least it should be there. Okay, well, okay, maybe I'm not
get the
streaming
nice
them.
stereo effect anyway.
Maybe now I'm streaming them. Might be that I didn't have that on.
Yeah, it sounds good now.
Yeah, okay, sorry, so that was my mistake. I didn't switch the profile.
You've
Yeah,
got a beautiful, clear video and audio.
thanks. Alright, so it should have taken me 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm almost coming up to it. And I was flying a little bit slower, so let's check. I will put my map on the other screen so I can follow that. Alright, I believe I can start making my turn now. And let's reset that timer. And verify what heading we should fly. 285. 285. There it is. And reduce this one. Landing lights can go off and fuel pumps as well. And I should be keeping an 150 to keep the true airspeed of 160. Okay. Verify the time I should spend here, 4 minutes. Of course, lean in the engine, that's good. Right, I'll tune in the Jacksonville Center to see if there is any chatter there. Or here. I don't know how I would see that. Yeah, the weather is really perfect. Can't say a single bad word about that. Let's try to spot that
Jacksonville Center, American
airfield.
1974, 187, climbing 380.
American 1974, Jack Center, good afternoon. Refile your flight plan, no flight plan active.
Roger.
I think this might be the airport, and this is US 17 that I should follow. And I believe the time.
American 442, cross Coro at and maintain 12000 at 250 knots, expect runway 8 to Jacksonville, altimeter 3020.
Alright. Yeah, I believe I'm exactly at the correct place. That's surprising. Navigraph VFR. Well, I don't use Navigraph at all.
1974, Jacksonville Center, radar contact 37 miles south of Charlotte, VOR, climb maintain 50380.
Climb maintain 50380, American 1974.
Air Jamaica 2015, Jacksonville Center, radar contact, maintain 50370.
Okay, almost at 4 minutes and almost at the correct place. That's very good. My next heading will be 231. And I'm getting lower, so I just add power. Right, so next is 231. Reset the timer. Airfield is there, and I will actually reset the timer once again right now, because after finishing the turn. And I will make a note here that it took
Delta
me
2496, Atlanta Center closed, frequency change approved today.
Over to Unicom, close Delta 2496.
Okay, so there we have a field somewhere. Where is it? There. Okay. Very good. And now we're flying and probably not able to spot the... This is the US 17. I don't think I'll be able to spot my next user fix, so I will just need to time it. But who knows? Maybe I will. So 3 minutes 10 seconds, and I should arrive at some kind of
Jackson, what's up, Delta 380, system at flight 250.
how to put it,
Delta 380, Jack Center, squawk 2007.
edge of TRSA. Okay, edge of TRSA. That's rich. That was good. But I actually believe, yeah, well, let's time it. It should be good enough. So trying to maintain 4,500 because flying westbound. There was also this. Is there a... I saw a tower. Don't see that anymore. So following this road. Yep. So I will not ask for flight following, but I will definitely need to contact the center.
Delta 380, Jacksonville Center, radar contact 16 miles southeast of Macon, VOR, Mike Charlie November. For traffic flow in my airspace, I need to change your altitude up or down 1,000 feet or a flight level. Say I've requested altitude 34 or 36 when able.
36.
Delta 580, roger. Clitorex Sharks, climb and maintain. Correction, Clitorex Primus, that's Papa Romeo Mike Uniform Sierra. Climb maintain, flight level 360.
Air Primus 360, Delta. Jacksonville Center, November 6529 Lima request.
Craft calling the center, standby for a second. American 442, contact JAX approach 127.0, good day. And was that American 815 calling at 12,000 out of Tampa? American 815 JAX, good afternoon, climb maintain, flight 280.
Okay, 310. So let's just continue on
And
256.
the N number calling the center with request, go ahead.
November 6529 Lima is type Cessna Skyhawk at 4,500 feet, 28 miles southwest of the Wilmington VOR request flight following.
6529 Lima, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1041.
I'll do 310 here.
Squawk 1041, November 6529.
And this is the US 17 still.
American 1974, clear at Caillou.
So
Start
flying
to
4
Caillou,
minutes.
American 1974.
And it should take me to the bend in the road. And on the left side, I should be able to see the Bowen point.
American
inlet.
1974,
But if
reset
that would be
transponder,
this one.
squawk 1013.
1013, American 1974.
Yeah, I believe this might be the bend in the road, and I should see this out of my left window. So let's see if we get there in 3 minutes. I believe it might just be that.
American 2495, descend maintain 4000. Number 6529 Lima, radar contact 37 miles northeast of the Myrtle Beach Airport, altitude indicates 4,500. Myrtle Beach altimeter is 3031. Proceed on course and maintain VFR and verify your destination is Myrtle Beach.
3031 on the altimeter, on course, and confirmed destination is Myrtle Beach, November 6529 Lima.
29 Lima, roger, maintain VFR.
Roger, maintain VFR, November 6529 Lima.
Yeah, this is exactly the
Richard,
bend
let me
in the
just
road.
be advised, you have VFR traffic appears to be off your, we'll call it your 4 to 5 o'clock position, about 2.5 miles, appears to be westbound, altitude indicates 4,800, altitude's unverified, type unknown.
Copy that. Negative contact. We'll be looking November 6529 Lima.
Roger, American 2495, turn left heading 250.
There must be somewhere there. I don't see them.
American 2495, Jacksonville Center, turn left heading 250. American 815, climb maintain, flight level 340.
American 1710 Heavy, sorry, we forgot to report back, but we're back in cockpit.
American 1710, rather.
So yeah, it looks like this is exactly the spot. Very well. So at 4 minutes, or when I reach that. Okay, not this one. Not this one.
South
This one is
1478,
249.
JAX Center ident.
Just already turn into 249er.
South
And
1478, JAX Center, radar contact 57 miles southeast of
reset.
Montgomery, VOR. Clear direct elite.
And it's gonna be, it was 3:45. And now 4 minutes and 40 seconds. And when I reach that, I should be contacting the ATC. Because I would be
Captain
within
859 Jacksonville Center, good evening. Descend and maintain 13,000. 3015. The Orlando altimeter is 3015.
Because at that point I would be 20 nautical miles from the field. And if I see
American 2495,
correctly,
parallel heading 210 on a
should
step
be
1A right,
somewhere there.
localizer. If you need a further turn to the left, fly heading 150 to intercept.
The road still goes there. I will be crossing that road. And actually there is my next
American
reporting
2495, roger, descend and maintain 3000 and advise when you get Orlando International in sight. Number 29, leaving that VFR traffic now appears to be off your 3 o'clock at about a mile and a half, westbound 4,500 unverified type unknown.
That would be me.
Still negative contact at Logan, November 25291.
Roger.
Technical Center, November 91 Bravo Charlie with a VFR request.
Number 901 Bravo Charlie Jacksonville Center, go ahead.
Technical Center, November 91 Bravo Charlie, it's about 25 miles southwest of Wilmington, request flight following to Myrtle Beach.
91 Bravo Charlie Jack Center, squawk 1011.
Squawk 1011, 91 Bravo Charlie.
Gamma Jet A59er, descend and maintain at 900,000. Expect visual approach from a 7 at executive altimeter 3015.
Jacksonville Center, November 3 Alpha Whiskey, VFR request.
3F Whiskey Jacksonville Center, stand by.
A lot of VFR requests.
We're 91 Bravo Charlie Jack Center, radar contact. You're about 37 miles northeast of the Myrtle Beach Airport. Altitude indicates 4,500. Proceed on course to Myrtle Beach, maintain VFR. The altimeter is 3031.
Proceed on course, altimeter 3031, 91 Bravo Charlie.
Okay, two more minutes on this course, or maybe not 2 more minutes. I should, when I'm crossing that road, I should be within 20 nautical miles, more or less.
X2495, clear visual approach from a 18 right.
Oh, I hit it, I didn't. Oh my. That was a mistake. Let's hope it goes away.
And last call for a VFR request. Say again your tail number, please.
November 3 Alpha Whiskey, Skyhawk 172, VFR to Myrtle Beach.
3 Alpha Whiskey, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1021.
1021, roger. November 3 Alpha Whiskey.
Jacksonville Center, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, as well VFR request.
Alright, calling for the VFR request, stand by, just a second. American 442, roger, report Jackson site, to be 11 o'clock, 13 miles. American 442, clear visual approach from my 8.
Next one will be 251, so it's almost the same.
Remember 3 Alpha Whiskey, Jack Center, radar contact 2 miles to the southwest of the Wilmington VOR. Altitude indicates 4,500. Myrtle Beach altimeter 3031. Proceed on course and maintain VFR.
Okay, reset.
Altimeter 3031, maintain VFR 3 Alpha Whiskey.
American 2495, runway 18 right, clear to land. Gamma Jet A59er, proceed fly heading 030 back to the final, descend and maintain 3000. So 1793 Miami Center closed, frequency change approved today. Jet 804, descend maintain for level 340.
Descend maintain for level 340, exit Jet 804.
Flexjet 8900, descend and maintain flight level 380.
Level 380, Flexjet 89.
Southwest 1478, cross 20 miles northwest of Elite and maintain flight level 290.
Cross 20 miles, maintain flight level 240, Southwest 1478.
Readback was incorrect. Cross 20 miles northwest of Elite at 290.
Cross 20 miles northwest of Elite at flight level 290, Southwest 1478.
American 1710, Washington Center is closed. Frequency change approved today.
Washington closed and over to Nicole. Thanks for your service. American 1710, heavy delay.
Who else was looking for a VFR?
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo.
Yes, verify that was Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Sierra.
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo.
Okay, just be advised. Coming up is Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Sierra. Just verify the tail number.
Okay, I will go as Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Sierra. In any case, I'm approximately 15 miles east of Myrtle Beach. Intention is to land. I have the weather. Altimeter 3031.
Oscar Kilo Christian Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo. Roger, squawk 1030.
1030 Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo.
American 377, the Washington Center is offline. Frequency change approved today.
Good day, American 377.
American 2495, welcome to Orlando Airport. Cross runway 18 left at Yankee, then join Charlie to the ramp. Just be advised you are not authorized to cross the runway without ATC clearance for next time. American 155, JAX Center, good afternoon. Advisor to taxi runway 8. Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, JAX Center, radar contact 15 miles northeast of Myrtle Beach Airport. Altitude indicates 3,600. Proceed on course and maintain a VFR.
Maintaining VFR, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo.
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, enter left base, runway 18. And will this be a full stop landing at Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, full stop landing, left base runway 18, and I would like to do a long landing, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo.
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, roger. American 442, runway 8, clear to land, wind 06011, guess
Okay,
16.
so we are cleared for runway 18, and left base, runway 18. So,
Jet 804, clear direct Nick.
Direct Nick, expect jet 804.
so after the airport, there should be some crossroads, and this is it. So these are my crossroads that I need to, that's my next fix, so to speak. From there, it's going to be 233.
Jet 859, turn right heading 070, and when able, proceed direct executive airport, descend and maintain 2000. Advise to get the airport, sir.
To this as a runway. Right, I'm there, so reset the
direct
timer.
airport.
And 233 to get to the airport. And it's gonna be runway 18, and I should enter a left base, so yeah, we need to navigate a little bit there. And it should take me around 4.5 minutes to get there.
Okay, Jamaica 2015, Washington Center closed, frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved. Good day, Lambert 2015. Thank you.
And actually, Air Jamaica 2015, before you step away, you will have traffic
Right
12 o'clock at about 50 miles, opposite direction, 1,000 feet above you is an Airbus. Good day.
Roger, thank you. Good day.
Anybody else calling the center for a VFR request?
I believe that was all.
Rick 442, Oakland JAX International, taxi Alpha Hotel to the ramp today. That's 155, runway 8, taxi via Juliet and Alpha.
Jacksonville Center, American 1259, flight level 380.
Correct, 1259, Jack Center, radar contact 25 miles southeast of Wilmington VOR, traffic 12 o'clock, 35 miles opposite direction, 1,000 feet below you is a heavy Airbus A310.
Copy the traffic, we're listening. American 1259.
Rumor 6529 Lima, enter left base, runway 18 at Myrtle Beach Airport, VFR descent, your discretion, and will this be a full stop landing?
Yes, sir. Full stop landing. Enter left base. VFR descend. November 6529 Lima.
Flexjet 89er, descend and maintain for level 300.
Level 300, Flexjet 89.
Executive 804, descend and maintain for level 300.
And that's like level 300.
Okay, so when
Cabin
to
Jet
turn?
A59, Orlando Executive Airport's 12 o'clock and 10 miles.
Just slow down. Okay, time to
Executive A59, clear visual approach runway 7.
put the fuel pumps on. I believe that I should turn already.
Jack Center, American 1259, traffic inside.
Next 1259, rise, they're going to pass below you. Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, wind 1708, runway 18, clear land.
Runway 18, clear to land, and just verification, am I allowed to do a long landing?
Golf Charlie Romeo, long landing is approved.
Long landing approved, runway 18, Golf Charlie Romeo. Right. So let's drop first notch of flaps.
Executive 804, descend to leave, flight level 350 in 3 minutes or less. Maintain flight level 300 for traffic.
Roger, we'll become the main to pass 357 minutes or less, 19 level 300.
Cabin Jet A59, runway 7, clear to land, executive wind 13011. Cessna 901 Bravo Charlie, enter left base, runway 18 at Myrtle Beach Airport. Will this be a full stop landing?
Jackson Wolf Center, just classification, it's the Myrtle Beach International Airport, 901 Bravo Charlie.
1 Bravo Charlie, affirmative. Enter left base, runway 18 at Myrtle Beach. And will this be a full stop landing?
AFM full stop landing, and we'll enter left base, so 18, 901 Bravo Charlie.
Okay. Now we're doing long landing, so let's float above the runway. We can go much slower actually. I always land with so much speed, so let's try to do something slower today.
Jet 804, descend and maintain for level 240. The previous clearance is still valid out of 35, and now 2 minutes or less, descend and maintain for level 240.
Next flaps, of course.
Roger, it's still valid and we can descend and maintain level 240.
Set was 1478, descend now to flight level 290.
Okay, let's put it down.
Flexjet 89er, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain for level 240.
PD to 240, we'll keep it coming down.
Flaps up.
Alaska 155, my A clear for takeoff. Larmer heading, wind 06011, ghost 16. Sky 6529 Lima, runway 18, clear to land, wind 170
Clear to land, 18. Got the winds. 6529 Lima. I'd like to request a long landing.
Sky 2 Lima, approved as requested.
Long landing approved. 29 Lima.
Golf Charlie Romeo vacated to the right at Bravo 2, request a taxi to General Aviation ramp.
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, taxi to the ramp via Bravo. You have a good day.
You too, sir. Thank you for ATC. Taxi to the ramp via Bravo. Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo. Okay, being that. Strobe lights go off.
Gamma Jet A59, welcome to Orlando Executive. Turn left on Alpha 5, then taxi Alpha Bravo to the ramp. Good day.
Oh, I didn't have my little nav map on, so I don't know where to park.
Exec Jet 804, descend via the get out 1 arrival, Orlando altimeter 3015.
Let's get somewhere there.
Descend via the get 1 arrival, altimeter 3015.
Exec Jet 804, Orlando International Airport information November current. Expect visual approach from a 18 right. If you'd like a different approach, just advise.
We can do it the visual 18 right and information November 66.
Right, parking brake on.
Alaska 155, JAX Center, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
Right, so that's it. I arrived. I'll just shut down the aircraft. Usually don't do that on stream, so let's make an exception. So let's put this on standby. Let's turn off the fuel pumps. Let's turn off the engine, or this one, avionic master. One engine goes down, second engine goes down. Alternators, all the magnetos, lights, and let's close that fuel line, collision, and battery. Let's install a protective stuff, and let's check how it looks from the outside. Okay, that's our aircraft. Right. One wheel is a little bit down. Otherwise it seems secure. Alright, let's get back in. And with that, thank you very much for watching. If you want to join us, feel free to check on the VATSTAR.com webpage. There's an official ATO by VATSIM, and we of course help our students to learn about the aviation, get their P ratings that are valid on VATSIM, or just get some knowledge. So it was very nice to fly today. I was glad that we had a controller online, at least for arrival. There is my colleague landing. And with that, happy flying. Until next time.